Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at the Candy Store or Sweet Shop by LEGO. This is set number 40692, contains 345 bricks, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. So this is a promotional offer. So if you spend $200 or more through the official LEGO shop, you can get this limited edition set added to your cart. That's a lot of money to spend for this little thing. And this is essentially what this is. I hope those are printed, but I doubt it. Let's see here. And that's the back, and then it looks like you can go inside and stuff. And obviously it's a micro build. And 1-to-1. So far it doesn't look too bad. Let's open this up. And we're going to see exactly what's inside the carton. So you have to go through the official LEGO store to order this, unfortunately. Sometimes these gift with purchase offers are pretty cool. Well, at least there's parts loose in there. Wow, LEGO, is that serious? Look how that's bashed in there. Probably why they're giving it away. Look at the stickers. I may start grading on how these things are packed. Okay, well, let's see here. Alright, we obviously got, looks like we have 6 bags. Let's see here. We got a loose 6x12 plate. Oh man. Sloppy. Oh no, we have 7 bags of bricks. And a crumpled up thing of stickers. I was hoping that would be printed LEGO, seriously. And this is uncalled for. Very uncalled for. If you've been keeping tabs on the review, how I do reviews, I'm going to start grading on how this is packed. I mean, was there enough space in this box for this? Let's take a look here. This is the whole point about the review process. Let's see here. LEGO, that was uncalled for when that could fit right in there. I'm going to drop it down to a 9 because this is in very horrible shape when I unboxed it. I shouldn't have to spend time to straighten out the manual. You'll find the final score at the end of the video. Alright, so it just jumps right in bag 1. Okay, well, I got some things I want to talk about, but I'm going to do that on my second channel while building the set. We'll come back and take a closer look. Here's the candy shop all assembled, and for the most part it's a nice bright colorful build. Here we have our stickered logo and our little lollipop, and sadly those are stickers. But these are printed right here, and this one right here. So we got a little lamp post down here. I do like the stained glass that they used. The planning on there, and it looks really cool. As you can see, it's nice, bright, and colorful. And here's the back. And it's a micro build. You know, minifigures are a little too big to stand up in there, but it's cool nonetheless. At least you have access into the interior. And this second floor does pop off, so you can actually let more light inside there. Kind of cool. We got ourselves a little area where the clerk is supposed to be. We got the spitty candy thing here, and I wish this stuff was all printed at least, or at least brick built. We got our little gumball machines. And put that back on. Take a look at the second one. The roof does not come off. This thing here I have to kind of line up a little bit, but there it is. Some more gumball machines or candy machines. You got a little cake in there. Looks pretty yummy, doesn't it? And that's essentially what this is. Now, you do have to spend $200 or more through the official LEGO shop to have this added to your cart. It's not available for retail, so too bad you can't just purchase this. But for me personally, for what it is, it's not a bad build. Let's dive on into the review with build experience, and it did keep my interest throughout the build. I wasn't bored with it. The instructions were somewhat easy to follow. Some pieces I had a hard time, but I think that's due to my errors, but they were easily corrected. Nothing bad there. So it will keep your interest if you like bright colors. It has the tan in there, the whites, the black, but It's nice, bright, and colorful. This looks really good. Build quality seems pretty good. It's not brittle, it's not falling apart. Maybe this right here, but for the most part, if I shake it, nothing falls out. So nothing loose, everything's just firmly attached to the base. The build quality is really good. Now sadly, this is not scaled for minifigures, so there's very little play. You could probably use this for a micro city. And even though if it's open back and you can play in here, this is what, 4 bricks tall? You can't really fit a minifigure in there. You have to make your own small figs to fit in there. But nonetheless though, it's fine. It won't work in a regular Lego city, but it does have some play value, but just a little. Just a little. But I don't see anybody really playing with this for hours on end. So my final score is going to be a 7.5. Remember, I took a point off the way the box was packed. That kind of started ruining my build experience, especially the way the manual was packed in there. I mean, it made the build kind of difficult trying to keep the pages flat. And in addition, there was no brick separator. So if you get hung on sticking some of these small pieces, you better rustle one up quick. So before you open this setup, make sure you have one because you're going to use it. I had to use one a few times in here, and you know, mistakes happen, but I wish one was provided with this, especially for what you're getting here. You know, even though if it's a micro build, you're messing with plates, and trying to separate 2 plates, it can be pretty daunting, especially for your hands and your fingernails. So make sure you have a brick separator with that. And the stickers. Sometimes putting these stickers on these round pieces can be a bit of a chore. I had this one here wrinkle up when I was trying to put that on there. So when Lego print that is beyond me. But they didn't print it. I wish they did though. I wish this whole thing was printed. So if you spend $200 through the official Lego shop, you will get this gift with purchase offer added to your cart. And it does seem a bit steep for just a small set, especially for a micro build. It's not really playable. You could still play with it, but you really can't put minifigures in it. So for me, I would say I'd have to pass unless I got a parts haul I got to clear, or there's a modular that you're dying to get and you want to get this too. But for me personally, it's a bit on the pricey side, but it is a nice, colorful build nonetheless. Tell me what you think.